Ultimately, however, everything depends on time management. Part of time strategy is organizing one's breaks too, as relaxation is vital for keeping the mental faculties active to the maximum. Studying 10 to 12 hours per day should be maintained for 6 days a week, interspersed with 10-minute breaks every 1 hour and at least an hour's break every 4 hours. Writing skills will have to be fine-tuned to a point where the answer sheet, which reaches the examiner, looks perfect in terms of expression and detailing. Stress, however, may not be all and always bad.
In our times, we were very stressed before exams, and it was perhaps due to this stress that we really put in hours of effort, worked and toiled a lot, and that's why we perhaps did well in exams.
Certain amount of examination stress is good for optimal preparation, but if you're too stressed, then there's tension, you forget when you see the paper, you don't feel good about yourself, and your performance then drops.
Many students, in an attempt to beat the stress, end up studying better and hence take up challenges to meet them in a more effective way. Board exam is stressful for the students.
For the board examinations, it is said that it is the first and the most important step of our career. So, and nowadays we are seeing that wherever we go for a job and something, or after when we will leave the school, when we will go to other school for the admission, they will ask for the percentage of our 10th.
Well, the pressure comes from all sides, from the teachers, from the parents, and from society in general. Up to an extent, even the relatives. All this results in a tremendous amount of pressure and stress on the mind of the child.
10th is their first real exposure to the real world. I mean, it's a board exam, the eyes are on you, there's a sense of competition, and there's that fear of that unknown. Actually, one really needn't be worried much about the 10th, because in most schools after 10th, they easily flow into the 11th in the same school. But however, the stress does start.
In class 6, even if we not got a good marks, it hardly made any difference. But then in class 10, if you will not get a good marks, how will you proceed?
We are in 10th, so whenever ask our class that in which class you study, when we say 10, then they usually react that you are in 10, now you should study hard.
The student should be well equipped to tackle the sources of stress, as all are aware of the pitfalls. Parental pressure is unavoidable, and in fact, there are many who unknowingly pile problems on the child.
Most of the parents think that what they could not achieve in life, they would like their children to achieve for them.
If we will not get good marks or fail, our parents' name will go down. We'll feel ourselves insulted because they have given whole their income spent it on ourselves only. We'll feel bad that if they are doing so much, so why we are not getting good marks.
Maybe because of the competition as well as the marks system that we are following, because of the parents also demand from the students that they should do, and even if they secure good percentage, still they are not happy, they expect more from the students, and that causes a stress in the students.
If I'll get good marks, my parents will be happy, and then I'll get another opportunity to make my parents feel proud.
I think parental pressures are perhaps the most important for a child. It's been found that in developing countries, and especially in the eastern part of the world, like in Japan and India, parental pressures are very important. It tends to be less important in developed countries like Western Europe and America. Why do parents apply this pressure? They mean well. They want their children to do well so that they can get into a good college, have a nice career, and they can become financially secure. But perhaps it's this driving force which gets a little too, shall we say, too acute, and then the pressures rub on to the child.
My parents will feel bad about me that he has not scored, and they will think that his performance from the first has gone down.
This happens in addition to peer pressure due to cutthroat competition and pressure from school. Many can actually buckle under all of this if not careful. Stress generated from within the system is equally killing. The vast syllabus, importance of marks, and speed over knowledge and practical aspects makes the process so cumbersome that tensions prior to the actual day actually have a paralyzing effect due to fear and trepidation.